the fighter and the kid. Had to run it back, cause we back at it again. Yeah, we gon' keep it moving like it's never gonna end. When it was Brendan, when it was Bryan, when it was just talking to friends. We got the kid Callan on the left, with the fighter on the right. Ay, had to do it right, cause we coming at you live. Back with the team, had to keep it OG, must see TV. Yo, had to do it. Yes, we did, cause we back at it again. It's the fighter and the kid. Back at it again, it's the fighter and the kid. Back at it again, it's the fighter and the kid. It's the fighter and the kid.
This is really the fighter and the kid. We're out.
Come on, baby.
Hey, bro, put your blue blockers back
Listen,
on.
dude,
Hey, do me a favor.
These are sexy as fuck.
Yeah, sure, dude. Don't walk.
These are Oakleys.
Yeah, that's fine. Oakley, it makes some cool sunglasses, but not those, right? Because I'm sorry. Are you Cam Hanes? Because if you're not, you can't be wearing those. Because those are for active people.
So these are for like ultra marathoners, guys who shoot bows and arrows in the hot sun. Dude, these
Not for driving your white Tesla with white interior, cruising around LA.
Well, here's what bothered. By the way, yesterday, dude, these are heavy shit. I look blind. All due respect to the blind, I look like I have problems with my sight.
Yeah.
And I'm walking around with, I don't know. They looked good in the Oakley mirror. Although I looked at myself just now, I was washing my hands in the fucking bathroom.
With the glasses on?
Not because after I pee, I don't wash my hands after I pee.
Never.
Fuck
It's
off.
my dick.
What I do is I purposely don't wash my hands, and I judge people that do. But I was washing my hands because I had a little scope on my hand. My fingers felt sticky.
Scope?
That doesn't matter.
Scope or soap?
Scope. Because I use that. I use that in my Invisalign, and I had it on my fingers. My fingers were little. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Little scopey scope.
And I looked at myself in the
Spicy.
mirror. I was talking to Chappelle, and I went like that. Ew. My head looks really oval. Super oval.
Oh, sometimes you look in the mirror and you're like, God, you ever going shopping and you thought you looked cool?
Yes.
And then you're trying new clothes on and you look in the mirror with the stuff you came to the mall and you're like, God damn it.
It's such a bummer.
Sometimes I look at my girl, why don't you say anything? So what do you mean? You wanted to wear that? I'm like, I look ridiculous. I look horrible. She goes, well, that's how you look. I'm like, God,
I look like a
damn
giant
it.
piece of candy.
And then I buy that thing. I'm never going to wear it.
Didn't fucking Nick Swartzen call you an overgrown Lego?
No, he said I look like an Italian Lego.
Fucking.
He's so fucking funny.
Nick was just at the Omaha Funny Bone, I think, or he was at.
Oh no, I thought
He's
he
at
was
Richmond.
Richmond,
that's
Virginia.
right. I'll be at the Omaha Funny Bone, by the way. But he just goes, "Are you going to be here? Let's hang out." I'm like, he's just so bored. Fucking. Nick is the only guy who got super famous and stayed exactly the same. Exactly the same. Never changed at all. He's fucking awesome.
I mean, I'd say Rogan too. He's a guy who, I guess I
Rogan
knew him
too.
for being famous, but now he's at a different level. I told you when I hung out
Still
with him,
same guy.
it's like hanging out with a politician.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, you have to move different now because you're so massive. You have to, but he's the same.
He's the same.
He's just surrounded by different people
Yeah.
that look out for his safety and make smart moves. Like he just can't roll around like we do. But he's the exact same.
Exactly.
He was just on Schultz's pod because he's doing shows with Joey Diaz.
Yeah.
And Tony Hinchcliffe in Jersey.
Yep.
So he came early and then came to New York to do Schultz's
Yeah, I saw that.
new show. It's so fun.
He got
they get
fucking
high.
high.
It's so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's fun too because Rogan he's done Firing the Kid once maybe and called in
Once. No, we had to go there.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, so
That
he's
was
done
the infamous.
That was the infamous.
I
We
think
told me
you'd
to
be
quit.
surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what people forget. That was actual Firing the Kid episode.
Correct.
It was released on Firing the Kid, but we did in Joe Rogan's studio.
And you were
supposed
the
to
one,
be just you and me.
And you were the one who said, I remember we were like, maybe we shouldn't air that because it went live but then we were like, the only people that were listening
You and
back
Rogan,
then, it wasn't
after
that
we got
big.
done, you guys were like, we don't have to air this, man. That
And you were
wasn't
like,
fun.
no, we're airing it.
I mean, I can air it.
You
It's
said it.
truth, yeah.
But no, it was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Yeah, it used to be
because-
Rogan's biggest pod, and then Elon Musk said, hold my blunt
Yeah.
and let me take it from here.
Yeah, man. That was the biggest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, let's just air it.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
I
So
know.
that we did that. That was Firing the Kid. And then remember when we were at Fox, remember we were like in an office building?
Yep.
And he called in because I forget who I beat.
yeah, I know
And
who
I
it
go,
was.
dude, how the fuck have you not done the podcast? He goes, I'm going to do it. I go, if I win, you got to do it. He goes, yeah, I'll do it, dude. But then he called in.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Well, and it was after you had beaten Matt Mitrione. And,
that's right.
And he was like, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's right. But it's like he'll do, you know.
You didn't know Joe then. You're like, Joe, where's the love?
We were cool because I knew him from Denver, right? But we were never like as close as we are now. But I was like, what are you doing, dude? You're so critical on that Mitrione thing.
And he goes, yeah, well, guess what? Mitrione's a huge threat on his feet. So, you know.
I was like, yeah, I choked him out. Okay, cool. But he's never been in the studio with us, but it's because he doesn't do a lot of, I'm trying to think, he did like what, Ben Shapiro's or some of those other guys pods every now and then.
Yeah, very rarely.
But very rarely.
Yeah.
And then him on other people's pods fun because like with Schulte, right? He has the whole Flagrant 2 crew with Akash and all the boys there. And they're just, they're wild, man. So they're shooting from the hip. And, Rogan doesn't like, Schulte, his new studio is ridiculous. Put all this money into it and it's like state of the art. And Rogan goes, oh, you've complicated. You've done too much. Like this is not how it's supposed to be. And I bet they thought he was gonna come in like, oh, this is nice. But Rogan, he's like, what are you doing? It's too much. You're like, wait, what? Rogan's just like, oh, you've overcomplicated it. Like podcasts shouldn't be this.
He's right. Like in a weird way. So part of what makes podcasts and anything that you see content that people really like, the minute you start turning it into a very high-end production, it's really interesting. People tend to go, I don't know. Like they go, now I'm watching a show and it's not as outlaw, it's not as gritty. So it's a balance.
It depends on the talent because Schulte has done that and he's still true to himself, and so is Akash. But then there's different.
By the way, I'm just going to say this out loud. If he fucking
is that the set of
LA,
Game of Thrones?
If he comes to LA and he doesn't do our podcast after he did that podcast,
I'm going to fight him. I'm finally going to fight him. You guys always want to know who's going to win? You're going to find out.
Yeah.
If he comes there, doesn't get on the podcast, me and him are fighting.
Yeah, I'm going to be. So there's that. I'll take it personally.
Yeah. Oh, we'll tag team him.
Yeah.
But so with it is interesting because originally podcasts, right, especially when Rogan started or Marin or Corolla, it was very meat and potatoes. But now you're talking about a different. There's argument for both. You're talking about a different game because you look at like Your Mom's House with Segura. That thing is highly produced. It's a mini TV show, massive.
Yeah.
You look at King of the Sting. King of the Sting, dude. I would say it's the same production level as like Part of My Take on ESPN. That thing's a monster.
Yeah.
We have to have outside editors. You got graphics. You got submission videos.
Cool.
Like it's a beast.
Yeah.
Intro, outros. Like it's a beast. It's several different cameras.
It depends on the format.
It depends on the show.
On the format.
But then again, to your point, it's like Chin's having a cough attack.
Okay.
He's got tuberculosis.
I wouldn't have made you drink alone. I would have had some whiskey.
I didn't know.
Are you sipping? Are you sipping on some whiskey?
Someone text. Who's out there? Tell Kyle. What's Kyle doing? What's Kyle doing?
Dude, I love that it's this.
Tell Kyle Ice Cube and some. But you look at people like Caller Daddy, who doesn't really even have video. You look at people like Armchair Expert, no video. Mark Maron, no video.
Yeah.
There's no high
no
production.
Video on those?
No.
Wow.
I think Caller Daddy might have video now because when they're on Barstool, she did. Maybe now that she's on Spotify because they've added video, she's on there. But
damn. Yeah, it depends
Armchair
on the
Expert, Mark Maron, Corolla, those guys are audio first and monsters.
Yeah.
But then there's different ones.
It just depends, right?
Yeah. I mean, you look at Segura stuff or a lot of these other people. You're talking about a real production, man.
Yeah.
Like King of Sting, dude. We have to shoot that on Tuesday, and I'm telling you, it drops Thursday nights at like 9 p.m. The editor and the people that go into the production, it's to the nail, to the fucking second to get it out.
I don't get the audio until like freaking 8:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, because
it's like right on the one.
There's so many moving parts in that show, and it's the most expensive show to make. Like it's not cheap, man.
Fuck.
Yeah, because so much goes into it.
I'm editing my special right now.
You're doing it yourself?
Well, no, I have an editor.
Oh, okay.
That's a beast because I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm there.
It's the worst.
I fucking hate it. I hate watching myself. I hate everything about it, and I captured a lot of what I wanted to do, but it's
the worst. Have you thought of how long you're gonna do it?
So that's the problem. It could be. I could put out a strong 50 minutes. 50? That might be a little long. I'd like to put out a 40-minute special. So I might do that.
Tighter 40 is probably better.
I might do it, but you got to kill a lot of your babies, but then I can take a lot of those bits and let them live on their own.
I would prefer you release those bits leading up to the special.
I'm going to send you what I'm cutting together so you can tell me what you think.
You know what sucks is when you send it, like I sent mine to DeStefano, Schulte,
Nobody
Rogan.
Watched it?
No, they watched it, like especially DeStefano. DeStefano was set the best notes. It was like, I would do this, tighten this, I would do this reference. Oh, don't take that out because it's this payoff. And DeStefano was great. But isn't it's the worst when you send to somebody who you respect and like, oh, dude, I didn't like this bit. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's my favorite bit.
Yeah.
Like, you do away with that. You're like, ooh, that hurts my feeling.
So here's so I think anytime you do anything, and I've been going through this a little bit because Best Of it has been received fucking really well on YouTube. The thing with Dustin Poirier and Thiago Alves, and it was so fun. And we got a lot more coming. But
bring it up, Chin.
We got a lot more coming. And it got great people on YouTube really loved it. And I don't read comments, but I am reading them on this because I'm going to start engaging with people. But dude, it's pretty cool because I have to say that that's not it.
Oh, this isn't it?
That's not it?
Yeah, that might be it.
Right.
But the bottom line is it's good, but then everybody's got points of view, okay? It's too grainy. There's like the different things, and you can listen to 50,000 notes. And for me, like after a while, you got to be like, shut the fuck up. I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Exactly.
You got to do it the way you want it. You got
That's
to be
right.
careful with comments, Bryan.
And exactly, and I'm going to figure it out as you go because people have comments, and some of them are right, some of them are wrong.
Go back for me, Chin.
To the very beginning?
No, to the whole page.
Oh.
To Bryan's page, yeah. Let me see the list that had multiple. Yeah. See, what I don't like, B, is so you're dropping one, right? You dropped basically 18 minutes.
Yep.
And then right after that, you drop another one. And then right after, literally hours after, you drop another one, right?
Okay. That might be my YouTube guy. So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I got to figure that out.
Yeah.
You guys are right in the beginning. I remember when you first talked about Fighting the Kid being successful.
Yeah.
It's just consistency, like Monday, Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday. If
People
someone has that,
they have to bank on it. That's why when we miss that, it's
I know it
very
sucks,
rare.
yeah.
I always go, fuck, because I think about my favorite pods.
Exactly.
And Monday, I'm like, come on, man. And if it's not one, like,
not there.
fuck. Or if it's not the original crew that I usually listen to, I'm like, come on, dude. You know, so there has to be consistency.
yeah, consistency.
Because what you want, especially with with Thicccboy, like there's a pattern, right? There's a foundation where it's like, all right, Monday Schaub show, Tuesday this, Wednesday this, Thursdays this. So the fans get conditions where, okay, we know this is dropping. But if you're just going boom, 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 nothing, boom, 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 like different, it's hard to keep up with it, you know?
It's good to know. These are the things.
And you gotta let them breathe too. You gotta let them breathe,
Yep.
you know?
Let them breathe. Let it go.
Otherwise, it's gonna be scattered like that, like 15, 2, 3. It's like scattered
That's
all
weird.
over.
I didn't know that they were doing that. I have to talk to see again. You gotta be involved in everything.
And then why? If you go back to then, why is there like Josh Wolf on there meets Tori?
I think because the guy
that's
who does
from this?
my YouTube page is also working with all those guys, and he does all this cross pollination to up views. I don't know. I have to talk to him. That is a little strange. I don't know why that's on my. I have no idea why that's on my.
This one did well.
I'm not crazy about my YouTube channel right now. Right? Not crazy about it. So I got.
Let me see the header on it, Chin.
The header.
Like the headline.
Oh,
Okay, it's still your other special. See, I would have up there, right? Your the name of your special. We can create a graphic, and then when it's going to drop, so when people go, they get familiar with it. Like, oh, it's dropping here, All right.
So
right now,
Yeah.
it's in the past, Daddy.
I hope it's the name that we wanted.
We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk.
right.
We'll
Yeah.
talk.
Yep,
We'll talk about
I
it.
have ideas on that.
Yeah. Good.
Now, Daddy's doing a little bit of traveling.
Well, Daddy's always traveling.
Daddy lives on a plane.
Daddy lives on a
Daddy's
plane.
road
Where are
dog
you
now.
from, Brian? Up here. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
I'll be doing a
You're
corporate gig in
all
Boston.
the miles.
I'm
You're
going to
getting all the
Boston.
miles.
Yep.
You're getting all the miles.
That's right. Going to Boston.
Boston, short flight,
Short flight.
5.5 hours.
That's right. Shooting something for Best Of in Boston. Have something cool lined up. But then I go right to a corporate gig. I'll do that. And then I'm going to get myself on a plane and go right to Omaha, Nebraska.
Friday morning?
Do two shows Saturday, come back on Sunday.
Daddy's putting the miles in,
You got to put your miles in.
like George Clooney from the movie Up.
Now, if you fly coach across the country now, it's going to cost you $800.
Well, right. Well, I mean, yeah.
Now,
dude,
first class is
to
gonna
Portland,
cost you-
to other places, like the prices have never been with inflation and gas prices. Like
it's
It's
unbelievable.
been nutsos, dude. Nutsos. Like to someone who, JS booked my airplane tickets all the time. Like he's always doing it. Every week he's booking
You're spending
Dude, right now, because of fuel prices and inflation.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah. And by the way, a first class ticket to fly like I don't know, 4 hours is $1,900. I'll sit in the back of the. I'm not paying that.
Oh, I
don't give
It's
a
very
fuck.
rare I use my miles. I save them for family vacations.
Yeah.
But when I was doing my press tour for the special to go to New York, and I was like, oh, let's do first class. They told me the price. I'm like, oh, use my miles. Dude, it ate up all my miles. It was like $4,700 first class from here to New
So
York.
expensive, dude.
What?
Fuck you.
How rude is that?
$4,700 bucks.
But also they're taking advantage of the consumer because the pandemic's basically over, right? So then everyone's traveling now. So like during Labor Day weekend, it was the busiest time they've had in like 3 years. So the airlines go, cool story, dude.
Yeah.
Here's the prices.
Yeah. No thanks.
It's fucking,
And
it's
no,
rude.
thank you. Yeah.
It's rude, dude.
Yeah, it's very rude. It's fucking.
Something's going on in San Francisco. I don't know because the purge up there now. But did you see the one dude did get recalled?
What's
the
his
DA
name?
got a DA, right?
His name is
Horrible piece of shit.
You know, his name
He's
is
a super progressive district attorney.
Well, he was trying to be a public defender. Yeah, Chesapeake. Yeah.
Now this is good for LA because our guys
Guess
worse
who's
than
next?
him.
That piece of shit.
Oh, he's next.
He was in He was in San Francisco.
Yeah.
We got him from San Francisco.
How fun? You know what?
Look. People there's a tidal wave going on, and it doesn't matter what your race is or anything. People don't like walking their kids to school and having to worry about some fucking maniac pissing on the street, shitting on the street, being a danger to you, being a danger to himself. They don't want that shit.
Well, it's
crack
like,
down on that stuff.
Well, it's like the homeboy. I don't know if you saw this. It was in Venice Beach. He's a teenager, like 18, 19, takes a car, runs over on purpose a lady and her baby.
Yeah,
runs over.
She
survived.
Yeah.
No, they haven't gave him his discipline yet. But what's his name?
Gascon's
Gascon
office.
goes, oh, we're just gonna give him 5 months of juvenile probation.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
It's a summer camp.
It's a summer camp. So what's happening then is whether you're left or right, they go, well, that's not good. And then you look at the safety issues, you look at the homeless, like, what are you
People
doing,
getting
dude?
robbed.
Left and right in Beverly Hills. Yeah. And even if they're pro-left, they're like, no, we'll take anybody else, you know?
No shit, man. No kidding.
In San Francisco, it's like, it's weird that we took Garcon here, right?
Yeah.
When he was in San Francisco, or we had Newsom in San Francisco, right? That'd be like signing the worst quarterback in the NFL. Him throwing 40 interceptions a game, going, I want that. You know what? Let's bring him to Denver.
Well, the idea is criminal justice reform, right? It's like, all right, well, I don't know. There is punishment in the world, and that there for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, you can't not everyone's going to be able to bounce back.
No.
Like there's just some bad apples in the world, but when you're just giving them a slap on the wrist and put them back out, like what do you think's going to happen? We're turning to Gotham City, and we don't have a Batman, Bubba.
No.
You know, everyone's
fucking
the
New York
Joker.
City went through this shit in the 70s, dude. It was like
Yeah,
it was
bad.
all about rehabilitation. So in the 70s, it was all about we have to rehabilitate, and the prisons became schools. I'm not against educating young juveniles in school at all. I would turn them into fucking sports, and they'd learn skills. They'd be educated. I'd do all that because you got to do something when they get out. But yeah, there's also something called punishment. You got to create a deterrent to fucking insanity. Get the
Nuts.
fuck out of here, man. You can't have people committing 47 misdemeanors or felonies.
Well, how about New York too? How about New York? That governor out there in the mayor eating all the dicks.
Yeah.
Because same thing. There's too light on crime. That one dude had like 47 offenses, and they kept letting out.
I know.
Then they got him because he
Revolving door.
pushed a lady into the train tracks. It's like, how'd you think this was going to end?
How'd you think it was going to end? How the fuck did
What do you think's happening there? Clearly, the guy. There's nothing we can do.
Fucking Paulie Malignaggi was telling me he got in a fight in the subway with a fucking crazy dude who's trying to
Enjoy
hit him.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking guy came at him and started fucking swinging at him. Paulie was like, oh, wait a minute, I was a world champion.
Yeah, Paulie's like, excuse
Bop, bop,
me?
bop.
Yeah, Paulie's great. Love Paulie.
He's great. He's a fucking knowledgeable dude.
Smart guy, yeah.
Yeah,
Real
very
Italian. Super Italian.
He's from Brooklyn.
His dad still
Italian
lives there. His dad
as
still
it
lives in
gets.
Italy. Yeah, he goes back there, and Paulie's the best.
100%. That's
Paulie's the best.
Yeah, great.
And I thought me and him would like butt heads. I didn't know him, but he has a lot of opinions. But
Oh, yeah.
right when we got together, it was like an instant connection.
100%.
I
Me too.
love that dude.
Me too.
Love
There's nothing
Paulie.
not to love about Paulie.
Love Paulie. And then he had the issue with Connor, and he had the issue with Artem, and then the MMA community turned on him. But you forget, dude, the multiple world champion.
Yeah, a little respect, please.
Yeah, it's like I had Robin Black on Fight Night Flashbacks, and we did a sit-down interview. I haven't seen Robin Black in years,
Since
dude.
we did, Rogan with Eddie Bravo, right?
No, he was on, I think, Big Brown Breakdown before then.
Yeah.
But since I came to Showtime, because he's not a Showtime guy, I haven't worked with him.
Yeah.
And last time I saw him, he was like kind of in this weird like gray area because he was supposed to work for the UFC, but he's this philosophical, like artsy dude, so he doesn't really fit in with like Anik and DC and Rogan. So
Smart guy.
but super smart guy and just thinks outside the box. So he's like trying to get in where he fits in, but there really wasn't a fit, and the UFC never really, did anything with him. So then that's when I met him. He's like going through, so he's lost, and I could feel it was heavy, and I was like, eesh.
Yeah.
So then, 3 years later, he's finally doing his thing.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing. And we had a sit down interview. So much fun, man. Really? And then he's just so knowledgeable in the way he looks at fighting. Because on Flashback Fight Night,
he wasn't even a fighter, was he?
No. But neither was Anik.
No, he fought.
Neither was Rogan.
No, he actually fought.
Well,
He did.
You did.
yeah.
I'll show you.
Yeah, I wouldn't refer to him as a former fighter.
right.
No, but he actually fought. So that's more
Well, he
credibility.
studied. He loves the
Oh,
game.
dude, he's been a martial artist his entire life. But so the same as Rogan, right? Martial artist his entire life.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, he had some fights.
4 and 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he was a big musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
But he's found his way, and he's just, he's a really good dude. And he just looks at fighting different than everybody else. He was so much fun. So on Flashback, we let the fighters pick their 3 fights in their UFC career they want to cover, and we rewatch them. Robin not being a fighter, go pick your 3, favorite fights that you want to cover. And he picked Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm, when Holly knocked her out. He picked Masvidal, KO, and Ben Askren. And then he picked Conor winning the 155 lightweight title over Eddie Alvarez.
None of those would be my favorite fights.
Oof, they're good.
But because they were so fast.
He has
so
they have to be fast,
one-sided.
right? It's TV show.
Yeah, but
So we can't sit through a 5-hour decision.
yeah, I
You
like
know?
I would say Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier. I like those wars that went on where you're like, what's going to happen?
Well,
Like,
Max
some of
Holloway,
those
Dustin
fights
Poirier
were
wouldn't be a
incredible.
war, right? Because Dustin beat the shit out of him.
Max Holloway gave it still did some damage on Dustin. And I've watched that fight twice.
Yeah, me too.
He connected a lot.
But he didn't have the power, and then Dustin would
That's
hit
right.
him
Well, that's
and
right.
just rock him.
Yeah.
That was a rough night for Max Holloway.
very rough.
Yeah, if you're a Max
Very
Holloway fan, you're not watching that one.
But
Yeah.
there was like
there's better Max Holloway fights.
There were some. I mean, there have been some just amazing.
Think about it, if I gave you 3 fights.
If I had to choose,
Don't
top
say
3,
Dustin Max,
I'll
though,
tell
yeah?
you what was an amazing fight was, and I was there for it. Was
Most people have a
John
connection
Jones
to it.
Gustafson, the first one.
Oh, that's when I beat Mitrione
Yeah,
in
that
Toronto.
was a fucking
War.
war.
That'd be up there for me too.
Yeah, that was a fucking.
And
war.
if you're watching somebody else, you guys are gonna, if you watch it with a detailed eye, that'd be fun to watch and make a decision.
I thought I'll tell you my other one. That was a fucking Weili against Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Yep, they
That was
fight
a
this
monster
Saturday
fight.
rematch.
That was a
That's
monster
one of the best fights ever.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, those are 2 good
Okay,
ones.
those were my 2 good ones. I mean, how far back can I go?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the Nick Diaz John Daly fight.
Paul Daly.
Paul Daly. When
Yeah,
Paul
John
knocks
Daly's
him
the
down,
golfer,
knocks
yeah.
him down with a left hook, and then Nick Diaz knocks him out with.
That was Strikeforce though, but yeah.
Yeah,
an
but that
amazing
was
fight.
that.
We cover it all. You can do Strikeforce, WC, Bellator,
Oh, out of everything.
anything.
I mean, it's a really
doesn't
good
matter.
question, though.
We'll do guys' first fights in random promos.
Yeah.
Promotions.
But if I had to choose
It's tough, right?
3 fights,
It's tough.
I mean, there were a lot of like close
I like the
ones.
Frank Mir, Brock Lesnar, where he submit him with the knee bar. That was historic. That was nuts. I like when Frank
Yeah,
Mir
that was- I
blew
remember
out
that. That was
Nogueira's
great.
arm.
That was
with the
fucking
Kimura.
crazy, dude. I think we all watched that
I like-
together.
I like
I think
on-
we watched that together.
No,
with Rogan.
No, I didn't. Not that
didn't?
one.
Oh,
I like when Andre Arlovsky snapped. I think no, it was Frank Mir snapped Tim Sylvia's arm,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
Tim Sylvia didn't know.
We
her
noticed
being
a pattern
stopped.
here.
It.
I know.
He's like, what?
Frank Mir's
that was so
insane.
sick. That was so fucking sick. I'm not.
Francis Alistair Overeem's
I'm not
son.
crazy about
Alistair Overeem,
those.
Brock.
Yeah,
So
when
yeah,
back
you like the
kicked him
dramatic
or down
moments,
kicked him.
and you like the wars. I was going to say, Robin, the theme that he chose that I thought was really interesting was monumental moments in MMA history. essentially.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like so GSP actually as amazing as GSP was, it might not make as far as fights are concerned, what I loved about GSP is he would find out where you were weak. He was so strategic. When he fought Josh Koscheck, he just kept jabbing his fucking face
And then
off.
double legging him.
Yeah, even with Johnny Hendricks put a beating on him, but he just kept double legging him. So he wrestled Johnny Hendricks.
But you wouldn't watch those. You wouldn't watch
no.
later in GSP's career.
No.
You would watch him when he
Against
fought Matt
Hughes,
Hughes.
yeah.
Yes. You'd watch GSP Matt Serra in the tough finale.
Yeah. So what would you say were I like the upset fights. I mean, look, hey, Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
The first one. I'm not
That's a fun
surprised,
fight.
motherfuckers.
That's a fun fight.
It was just to see the turn because Conor was boxing him up, and then Nate just went,
That's
know
a
what?
fun one.
Fuck you.
And the second one is great too, with all that.
Those are
tension.
both
It's a
fun.
both great fights. We watched those together. The first fight, you went like this. You went, he's too big for him. He's too big for him. And then the
He's huge.
second one, you were like, look at him piecing.
How about
look
Conor?
at Conor McGregor.
Yeah, nuts.
Anybody who has any criticism
Those
of
are good.
Conor fucking McGregor is out of their minds.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else.
Well, I mean, there was, and then you have the ones where there was like the Matrix. When you watch Forrest Griffin fight the
Anderson
guy
Silva?
named Anderson Silva, where you go, well,
It was a rough.
I haven't seen a
That was a
movie
rough
like
night for
that.
me and Forrest. Yeah,
You fought,
I fought Nogueira on the same card. Yeah.
boy.
We
I
went
did
out
not
there.
know
All the
that,
Americans
sir.
went out there. Yeah,
did not
we all
know
got
that.
destroyed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a tough night
Did
for America.
Anderson Silva get laid that night, do you think, after he did that to
I don't
Forrest
know.
Griffin? I think that,
Forrest is great. You could watch what kicked the UFC off, Bonner and Forrest. That's really what blew up. The
that was a
UFC.
crazy fight.
Nuts
That
fight.
was because they were both in the Ultimate Fighter, right?
Yeah, it was the Ultimate Fighter finale first season.
right,
It
dude.
blew up the UFC.
And you saw like I
That's
remember
when
that
it was on Spike.
Forrest Griffin
Everyone's
went,
calling.
like
everyone was
that.
calling each other, going, "You got to watch it." And that the
Dude,
UFC went.
That was where people went. This is
That's
the
what
most
blew the
exciting
UFC up.
shit
No,
I've ever
that's
seen
the
in my
most
life.
important fight in UFC history.
Is that true?
Yeah, yeah. It was the first fight to get in the UFC Hall of Fame.
Fuck,
Like that's
dude.
what gave them their notoriety.
Fuck,
yeah.
man. Fuck.
Do you guys remember Duho Choi versus Cub Swanson? That to me is
That's a
like
great
one of
I
my
was
favorite
about to say
fights
that.
ever.
And do you remember how it ended where Cub Swanson just went like that? He was
Yeah.
in his guard and he just went like that, and everybody went crazy. That
They're not
was
like
an
huge stars,
insane
but it was
fight.
such a great fight.
It was an insane fight. I was thinking about that as one of my. So your top three of just the most exciting fights, the fights that kind of were like holy fuck, or do you go more with just?
No, I mean it's too tough to pick. I'd have to sit down and go through it. When
Yeah.
you go through, there's so many good fights.
So many.
A recent war that I just came to mind was the Usman Colby fights have been amazing.
Those are great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd watch them fight every
Absolutely.
weekend. I'd watch them
Fucking
fight
so
every
would I.
single
So
weekend.
would I.
I don't care about anybody else. I'd like to watch them fight every weekend.
I agree, dude. I agree. I really. Those are Usman is just made a different stuff. Just made a different stuff.
Yeah, so
what
many
is
good
your
fights. When Pete Sell and was it Stone Hands or Steel Hands when they
Stone
both
Smith,
knocked
Hands
each
of
other
Stone
out?
Smith, yeah.
Yeah.
That was badass. The comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been some crazy
what's your take on this weekend? You got Glover fighting.
Yuri.
Yeah.
Um,
You've been big on your.
I love Yuri. Yeah, he's such
Why
a
are
savage.
you so? He's a freak athlete. He's just
freak athlete? He has
Looks great.
experience. I don't care about looks.
What's
but-
his No, you do. You're,
No, I don't.
You
Yeah,
like
it's
you
weird,
like a
right?
good-looking
It's weird
man.
though.
Nah,
right?
you like.
I mean, I'm glad he's not out
They-
of shape.
No,
Yeah.
you. I'm sorry, sir.
But what about his face?
You are taken. You have a bias. You have a bias to good-looking tall guys, or generally good-looking. You fell in love with Conor because he looked great.
No, I fell in love with Conor because he's a
you
monster.
like his style and everything else.
No, I like that he won, right? Because we can't with Yuri. He's won so many. Like you can't co-sign. just
Yeah,
because
he
has
has
good
won
body.
a fuckload, and he's so creative with the way he fights.
He's just so
creative.
unorthodox.
Yeah. What's his? He came from a kickboxing thing first, or what?
He's weird because he was at that Super Bowl show I did with DC. He's thin, man. He's not a big guy. He's tall, but he's
I love
thin.
how you
dude.
say he's thin.
Yeah,
To
he's
you,
really
but
thin.
he's pretty big, isn't
Not,
he?
no. He's thin for a 205er.
Okay.
Yeah, like he looks as thin as almost like a Izzy. Like he's a thin guy.
wow. Okay.
He's not really big.
Really?
And he wasn't in camp or anything. I was like, oh, he's a thin dude.
What would you say he weighs?
Fuck, I don't know. Maybe
220?
I don't know if maybe 220. You saw him, Mark.
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
215 maybe. He didn't look
That would
big.
be my guess. Yeah, he
215-ish, 218.
A lot of weight.
No, yeah.
But does he have big hands, big head? Sometimes like
Yeah.
their bone structure.
And
can
you know
be-
what's when I saw him and I saw the hair and I go, that's Yuri. I didn't want to be like, hello, Yuri, because I'm like, what if it's not? I'm like, oh, I thought you were a
I don't know if it was him either because he was so like smaller than I thought. And I was like,
he just looked to kind of blend in, but like he is a very handsome guy, you know.
and then the
So
producer
it
in
might-
my ear was like, hey, Yuri from UFC. I'm like, that is him. Wow.
Check
Small
it out.
because
Fuck yeah.
Glover's thick.
Yeah.
Like there's some 205s are big boys, man.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah,
like
there was some training partners.
size isn't his
Yeah.
strength.
Really nice guy.
Yeah.
and so
Against Glover,
you said
Glover has to get done first two. I mean, I'm sorry, Yuri has to get done first two rounds.
because otherwise Glover, the old
if Glover
vet.
starts getting him down, taking him, wearing him out, it's gonna get rough for Yuri.
Yeah, because Yuri's
Glover's
got-
a vet.
Yeah, and he's a good wrestler. You said that, right?
Phenomenal wrestler,
Phenomenal
grappler.
wrestler.
His jiu-jitsu, I don't know why it's underrated, but it's insane.
Yeah.
And for Yuri, that could be a
He
problem.
also won't be quitting at any time soon. He
No,
just
you're not gonna
wears you the
break
fuck
Glover.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, Glover's older. Yuri's, the young lion.
It's so incredible that Glover was able to do that, though.
Nuts.
Like, it's
after
nuts.
getting dominated by
Come on.
fucking John Jones and
mean,
a bounce back.
yeah.
Nuts.
If
So it's tough. If I'm such a Glover fan and that his story's so great, so you want to see him win, but at the same time, new blood's not bad, and Yuri has that style that you can market. So if you're the UFC, you're probably hoping Yuri wins because it's easier to market. There's new blood.
what's going on with Gustafsson right now?
Fighting heavyweight.
He's fighting heavyweight.
Yeah, he's older. He's out of the race. Yeah.
Because I mean, I
He's
remember,
supposed to fight
what he
Ben
did to
Rothwell.
Glover. Pretty one-sided fight. So it's almost like
It was a hot second
He must be
go, though,
feeling.
yeah.
He must be feeling like he could go back to 205 and get that belt.
Well, he went to back to 205 because he was going to go to heavyweight, fight Ben Rothwell. Rothwell got cut because he wanted more money. So then now he's back at 205 fighting Krylov, which is a great fight.
Yeah.
Really good fight.
Are you? Yeah, he's a monster. When do you have any inside info on when John Jones is going to fight? If he's doing that deal,
End of the year.
Yeah.
Because he's waiting for Stipe, and apparently they came out and said end of the year. It's kind of a bummer, but
Yeah. Who else is fighting on that card?
Joanna Wele rematch.
275?
That's a crazy fucking
Joanna
fight.
Wele, then Shevchenko's fighting Santos.
Yeah.
Rest cards, whatever, but those
Yeah.
three are
Top three are amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
Shevchenko, I don't know who Talia Santos
She's
is.
a monster. Should be undefeated. Her only loss is a split decision, which she probably
Can you
won.
bring her up? I just want to look see if I've seen her fight. She's a monster. So is she one of Shevchenko's tougher fights coming up?
I think so.
Yeah. Shevchenko is just in a
I have
class by
Shevchenko in
herself.
my DraftKings parlay, but I would put $100 on her being. I think she's a plus 800, plus 700. It's not a bad bet.
Shevchenko's
She's a tough fucking
Really?
customer.
Yeah. Valentina Shevchenko is such a phenomenal fighter.
Yeah, she's so good.
I know.
Doesn't
Her
make
mom,
mistakes.
her mom forced her and her sister to train. Like her mom trains.
Oh,
her
I
mom's
didn't know that.
badass too.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And her sister is very pretty.
Yeah, I
think
think
that's right there.
Valentina Shevchenko.
So
is
now it's
hot.
only a plus 450. That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm a fucking fan of Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah,
as
Yuri's
far
a
as I
minus
think she's
200.
hot. Yep. All right. Here we go.
And that
go,
fight's
kids.
during the, is it during the day or is it at night, Chin?
I think it's a regular
Is it?
7 p.m. thing,
We'll be
but
on
I'll double
stage.
check
We
right
won't
now.
see it be.
Never do. No. Never do, buddy. There she is. Valentina Shevchenko.
Yeah, 7 p.m. PST.
For some reason, I thought it was in the day because it was in Singapore.
How long is Glover gonna fight? But fucking look. You would have said.
Oldest champion ever.
I mean, come on. You fucking kidding? He's got to be 40.
Oh, he's 43, I think.
42.
Come on.
42.
It's so crazy he's younger than me. It feels so weird that he's
Well,
younger than
fighting
me.
puts some ages on it. For real. Like fighting.
And he's
your
been going
skin
hard in the paint.
Yes.
I mean,
the training, your skin gets the scar tissue.
but imagine where he came up at. So first of all, he was this Brazilian boogeyman, Brazil, that we've heard about, hardcore's heard about for years before he came to the
That's what I
UFC
heard.
because he couldn't get a visa. But he would come to America and train with Chuck Liddell at the pit, and that
John
was Chuck
Hackleman.
Liddell's main training partner in his prime. So he's been training at the pit forever.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then now he's based out of Connecticut, which is strange.
Why?
He just does his own thing out of Connecticut. I don't know.
Wow,
Danbury,
that's interesting.
Connecticut. Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's really weird. Why? Who's there?
Him, the world champion. What do you mean?
I mean, who else did he train with?
Probably flies guys in.
Wow.
Yeah, he's not with like a big team or nothing.
Amazing. Humble.
She's the oldest champion behind Randy Couture.
That's so sick. That is so unbelievable.
Yeah, 42. I think Yuri's 29. You know, the young buck.
Yep. No electricity in many of the homes in this community, and there was one gas station coming up poor.
Oh yeah, she
Hungry,
come from the
poor and
favelas in Brazil. They did on the countdown for him, where they embedded. They show he has like this farm out there. He's like riding horses and shit.
Really?
Puts the belt around a tree. Yeah, he's a farm boy out of Brazil.
Our boy Tarek was like, "Hey, come out to Idaho." He bought a house out there. He goes, "Come out to Idaho."
Did he moved out there? Is he no longer in
He
San
just
Fran?
loves it out there. No, he's in San Francisco
Okay.
too, but he's out there and he loves it out there. And he's
I
like
love
hanging
it
out with these
too.
cowboys. And he's like, "Dude, come out and come ride horses with us, and we'll take 2 days and wrangle cattle." And I go, well, I didn't know Tarek was that good a rider, but he is. And I go, I'm on the thread with this cowboy who runs it. I go, how good of a rider? I can ride horses, but I go, how good of a rider? He goes, yeah, you got to be really good, obviously, because we're going to be, keeping the cattle.
I'm sorry, are you
on.
Kevin Costner from
Yeah,
Yellowstone?
I ain't that. Hey,
I'm also not flying out there for that, right?
I'm not that guy. Two days in a saddle if you haven't ridden. You know what happens to your balls and your legs? Get the fuck out
The
of here.
chafing and the horses scare me.
And you fall and you get trampled. Fucking,
I
I'm
don't
not a
fuck with
cowboy.
it. No, I
You know
don't
what? I'm
fuck- I
not
don't
a
fuck-
cowboy.
No, it's not. I'm a city slicker.
My hands are
Not for me. I'm not going to fly out there to ride horses and
No.
wrangle. What?
galloping and keeping them. Get on the.
Like, Tark, you know who you called, right? Okay, just making sure. The answer is no, but I appreciate the offer.
I text. I go. Well, I'll just videotape it for me. I'll get up on a horse. And pretend.
I know.
2 days.
Not for me.
We'll sit. Let me guess. We'll sit around the campfire and chew on jerky and eat some beans.
I'm out.
I'm not a cowboy.
No.
Not
And
a-
but Tark, you know we're not cowboys.
It's hilarious.
I like to pretend I am when I'm in Montana, but I do it for the gram, and I
Yeah.
jump off that monster of
I'll go out there
creature.
and hang out, and I'll get the horses ready. I'll pat them and I'll get them ready, and then I'll be back at the campsite making the food,
Dude,
like a good concubine.
Yes, dude, I'll be the 50s housewife. I'll do your laundry, but I'm gonna do it on like the line. I'm gonna wash it in the river.
Yes.
Wash in the river.
And we'll be singing songs.
I'm gonna have a little dress on, my ass cheeks out the back.
Yes.
Then I'll cook the chili for the boys.
Yeah, and you and I'll gossip. We'll
yeah.
gossip.
Ugh, can you believe Tarek?
Just to gossip a lot.
Dude, oh my God, have you seen that John Dutton? Oh my God, his hands.
And
did
then
you
this-
see that rope that he has? That rope and his did you see his new hat? I can't believe it,
Yep.
girl.
And then you'll have a little flask, and I go, "Oh, you stole some whiskey, naughty!"
And I'm like, I did,
And I'm
girl.
like, let me try some.
Yeah, and then we fuck each other.
Hey,
They catch us, and then they tie us up. And
no,
kill
because
us.
we're both bottoms, so it's impossible to fuck each other. We just cry
Ah, we'll figure it out.
and laugh.
Cry and laugh.
Yeah, and we serve
Butt to
them.
butt?
We serve
Nuts
them.
to butts.
Yeah, and then we do a midnight dance for them. We prepared a little show for them.
Fellas, I had a long day, and
Fails.
there's no entertainment. Just the gayest thing ever.
Fails. But there's no real music because we just we have some guys like.
No, we have a guy with banjo. And we're just in little summer dresses. I'm all shaking my dick piece out the front.
We shave each other down. No, we don't shake our dick pieces. We tie it up.
No, no.
Push
no.
our dick right into
No,
the
no,
crack
no.
of our booty.
No, I don't. I shake it.
Nope. You keep.
slap it around.
No, you. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
tie,
say that horse ain't the only one packing heat.
No. I'm gonna take your fucking dick and balls. I'm gonna wrap
Cinch it up.
around it, and I'm gonna pull it right
With a
behind
rope?
you. I'm gonna be able to see your dick and ass right here, bro.
Ugh.
In fact, you won't be able to lean back in a chair because that's where your
I
dick
don't want
and ass
that.
is. I don't give
want
a
that.
fuck.
And I'm full of chili that we cook.
You're gonna have
That's
full
a
of-
bad
you're
idea,
gonna be-
dude.
You're gonna have a belly full of chili,
Oh.
and your cock and balls are gonna be pulled so far back, dude. And then I'm gonna have a little pouch. I'm gonna put. It's gonna be in fucking jail,
Oh.
and you're gonna do the same thing to me, and it's not gonna feel good. We're gonna be in some serious trouble.
If that's what it takes to see those
We are
Montana stars.
We're presenting our man pusses. Too much.
No. Well, you know they do that in Afghanistan.
I'm
You
disgusted.
heard about
One
that?
tier.
Like they dress the little boys up. I'm sure you know about this.
Oh no.
They have like
I thought it was the sheep.
There are a lot of societies that when look any
you
society
separate the men and
where
women, yeah.
are not around.
Yeah.
Guess what happens?
Some weird
I'm going to
things
tell you this. When women aren't around and
Your buddy
women
starts looking real good.
yeah.
this is what happens
They
when
formalize
women
it.
aren't around and women aren't allowed. You're not allowed to be around women until you get married.
Yeah.
What happens is you guys are all hanging out. You know who gets fucked? The younger guys who are, who don't have a lot of hair on their face. That's what happens.
But it's also like, I remember when I was in high school and training, in training camp, whatever, 4 weeks, and the water girl who, in any other case, if she's around other girls, you're like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
But 3 weeks in, you're like, oh, damn, dude, look at that. fucking-
100%.
Yeah, because you're surrounded by dudes, you're like, man.
Yeah.
So
She
there's a
looks like
guy I
Heidi
know,
Klum by week 3. You're like, Jesus Christ.
there's a guy I know who was in a part of the Middle East, wherever it was, and he's an operator. He's like one of those, special forces guys. And he said he was driving and they picked up this guy. One of the guys was a young, he was probably 17.
Sure.
And
Full of
he
hope.
was on, and he was wiggling around. He was kept moving around the back seat, and he was all fucked up. And he goes, "Why is that guy moving around so much? Tell him to stop moving around." And the interpreter said, "Well, he took a beating last night." I said, "What do you mean a beating?" He goes, "He got fucked last night by some of the older conscripts, and that was his turn." And he was like, "Huh?" And it wasn't even considered gay. It was just like, there are no women around. We're gonna fuck.
Yeah.
you.
It's not gay. It's more of like a dominance thing, I guess. Do you imagine the next
I don't
morning,
know.
like,
Okay.
dude, last night, woo wee. You're like, yeah, no doubt, dude.
Yeah.
And you
I think
busted that dude's ass hard,
I think
bro.
that's so much more common in some societies throughout history when they didn't have access to women. I will guarantee the Spartans did a whole bunch of fucking.
Oh, if you read the history on the Spartans, when they'd take over those towns, the first thing they would do is rape the women and
That's
children.
always the case.
And
That
then
was always
a
the
lot of the leaders had little boys. Like, if they're going to tell the actual, like, if the 300 movie was legit, I mean, those boys are,
Well, if you read the dialogue,
Leonidas was
if you read Plato,
Leonidas was playing with some.
He would've been
nuts.
canceled.
if you read, all you have to do is read Plato's dialogues, which is the Greek Plato, Socrates, Aristotle. When Socrates is talking about going back to, we'll go back and have this discussion over wine, and there'll be plenty of beautiful boys.
Yeah, they'd eat grapes and like fuck boys. Or
There's
out
a
of
lot
their
of boy
mind.
fucking, a lot of boy
Out of their
fucking.
mind.
Yeah.
Hey man, there's surplus of women. Yeah, you can eat grapes and play with women. Yeah.
Well, they might have been some of the greatest philosophies of all time might have been gay, and they fucked.
And back then was
dudes.
weird.
Yeah. Back then, when you were 14, your life expectancy was probably 30. So 14 was fucking old.
You're middle aged.
You got married at that
tough
age.
gig.
Girls got married at 14.
Yeah.
And the minute they hit puberty in arranged marriages, they were betrothed to
Dark days, my man. Dark days.
We've moved
It's
on.
the dark ages.
Yeah.
Hey, B, let's take a little break.
Take a little break.
Dude, let's
Gotta
take a little break because we got to pay the
sometimes.
bills of the studio. Thicccboy Studio is not free, sir.
It is not free.
It's
so
not
let's do
free.
some stuff.
And I also need money because I'm buying a lot of Voodoo Donuts because I'm in Portland.
Portland.
This Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That is
Well,
the Helium.
Portland.
June 9th through the 11th. That's tomorrow night.
So if
the,
you're- hold
the
on.
9th through the 11th. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
If you're in Oregon, then you go to Portland Helium. If you're in Oregon,
Yep,
Now,
or
if
if
you're
you're in-
anywhere, if you're in Omaha though,
Yeah,
this
go
Friday,
there.
Saturday, you go
Nebraska.
to the Funny Bone. You go to the Funny Bone. If you're anywhere in the Midwest, take a drive and go see me at
It's
the
a nice
Funny Bone.
drive.
Yeah.
And
Now-
then if you're in NorCal next week, I'll be in San Francisco at the
Next
Cobb's
week?
Comedy Club. Friday, Saturday only. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Cobb's Comedy Club is June 17th and 18th, San Francisco. I'm in the Bay Area, so it's a nice drive. Come on out. Fort Wayne, Indiana, July 14th through 16th. San Diego, California, July 21st through 23rd. Then the Trash Panda Summer Tour ends in Baltimore, August 4th through the 6th. Whole new hour, all shows, a whole new hour, not from the Gringo Poppy special. So come get some.
Come get
Portland, Europe, tomorrow, Friday and Saturday.
I'm also in at the Milwaukee Improv, July 21, 23. And you know what? Check out my new YouTube show called Best Of.
Why not?
On my YouTube channel. Check it out. Me moving around with Dustin Poirier, all kinds of stuff. We got python hunting.
That's
We
on
got all
Bryan
kinds of
Callen's
shit.
YouTube.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
But I'll
Now-
tell you what, if you're going to check all this out, you make sure you got good sleep, man,
gotta get
because
some
good
good
sleep
sleep.
is key. And that's why our friends at Helix Sleep, they got you covered, man, because we got you. It's the only mattress I sleep on. It is the best mattress of your life. And this mattress, it's not for everybody. It's built just for you. All you got to do is take the short little Helix Sleep quiz. Takes 2 minutes. Then they complete you with a mattress that's perfect for your thick ass body.
By the
man.
way, you got soft medium. And I gotta be honest, guys. I sleep.
I'm a side sleeper.
I was sleeping on hay for a long time. And
I
then
slept on bamboo.
That's it. He was
My
sleeping on
back's blown out.
because you're very disciplined.
Yes.
And now you can have, if you like a firm mattress, if you like something super firm, get it. If you like a soft mattress, do that too. But it's all these mattresses are built for spinal alignment.
Yep. So if you're looking for the perfect mattress just for you, take it from our friends at Helix Sleep. They got you covered. Just go to helixsleep.com/fighter. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz. They'll match you with a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life.
10-year warranty.
Yes.
You get it for 100 nights risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you will.
You will, so don't worry
And they
about
have
it.
financing options.
Yep. Helix Sleep is offering the Fire and Kid listeners and viewers $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for the Fire and Kid listeners and viewers at helixsleep.com/fighter. That's helixsleep.com/fighter.
Look, man, if you're overpaying for your drug prescription, which I know you are, GoodRx can save you up to 20
I love
or 80%,
these guys, dude.
not 20, 80%.
80%. I love these guys.
80%.
Yep. With GoodRx, you can compare prescription price at over 70,000 pharmacies to help you find your best price. All right. Again, as B told you, 80% discounted rates. GoodRx is recommended by doctors, pharmacists, millions of people across the country that they've all saved money on their prescriptions.
Even if you have insurance, GoodRx could actually beat your prescription copay.
Yeah, dude, you can save money. All right, GoodRx could actually beat your prescription copay price. For simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, check GoodRx. Go to goodrx.com/fighter. That's goodrx.com/fighter. GoodRx.com/fighter.
GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance. Medicare and Medicaid. In 2021, GoodRx users saved 81% on retail prescription prices.
Tiger got a life lesson yesterday because he left. Him and his mom and brother and grandpa left for Chicago this morning at 5:30. So last night I rushed home after doing King's Thing and 2 shows with Robin Black. Get home at 5, and they left in Calabasas. There's this little area, the common area, where there's turtles.
Yep.
So they love the turtle. They get ice cream and get to see the turtles. So they're all excited about ice cream. So we get the ice cream. They're like, "Can we see the turtles?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's go check out the turtles." We're there, and Tiger goes. He learned a tough lesson how nature works. There's a turtle, literally this big, size of a fucking quarter, maybe a $50, like little baby turtle.
Yep.
T goes, "Oh, Baba, look at the little baby turtle. He's so cute." And Baba's like, "Little turtle." I'm like, "Yeah, he's cute." Fucking big turtle. Eat. Tiger's, "Oh, no, Dad, do something." Like, I can't jump in the fucking pond. What? And I go, and then in my head, I'm like, "Ew, this is not good." And Tiger's crying. He goes, "Dad, save him." Like, he went under the rock, dude. I can't jump into the fucking. Tiger's crying. He goes, "Dad, save him." You know what that is? That's his dad, and he's not killing him. He's taking him back into his home to save him from the other turtles. Yeah. He was really, "Yeah, stop crying, dude. That little turtle's saving him." And I was like, I should probably be honest with him. So my dad goes, we're walking back to the car, and he goes, he's such a sensitive kid. He goes, "Dad, I can't stop thinking about that baby turtle. You think he's okay?" And I go, "He's not." He goes, "No." He goes, "I thought you said his dad saved him." I go, "That wasn't his dad. Listen, this is the way nature works, dude. It's the circle of life, right?"
The turtle ate the fucking...
Oh, dude. Damn. I mean, this massive turtle just conk.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, crushed his shell. There's no way that big
my
turtle
son
made it.
got him.
So then, hold up. So then, as you know, I'm like, circle of life, dude. And I go, "You know how when we watch lions?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "So sometimes lions from other tribes, the male lions will kill the babies because they don't want them to competition later in life. And then those lions that kill the babies get older and they might get in a fight and they get nicked, and then lions come along and kill them. It's just a constant circle of life, in and out, in and out." He was like this in the back.
Always be a lion.
And then I got
son.
home and I was like, this probably wasn't smart to tell him the truth.
That's the
I should have told him the turtle went home.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait because it's really hard for like little.
Oh, he can't comprehend it. He's like, "So is that turtle alive?" And then because he wasn't downloading all the information.
Yeah.
Then we got home. His grandma and mom's there. And he's like, "Mama, we saw this turtle," and he's crying. And I go, "No, dude, no, that turtle. Again, I told you. Remember, I told you the dad turtle or mama turtle. I don't know. I can't tell. Saved the baby turtle and took it home." He's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Pretty sure, dude."
Well,
he's like, "I can't believe you went jump in there and save him." Like, I can't jump into the fucking thing, dude.
Yeah.
It's nature, Bubba.
When I was living in Calabasas, we used to go get ice cream and go watch the turtles. And my son, when he was 3, maybe 4.
Is this when the lady went off on him? Remember that?
That's right. Now, do you remember why she went off on him? I can't believe
Because he was grabbing him, right?
No, because there was a turtle that was there, and there was a little dog. There was a puppy, and the puppy was close to the turtle. So my son, you know, I think that I can't remember the story, but my son, I think, took a large rock, and because I thought he had done this, and I had spoken to my ex later on, and I guess my son in his mind was protecting the puppy.
I was trying to kill the turtle.
Well, he took a rock and went, "Gadoosh," and just attacked the turtle, hit the turtle, but he was like
We don't
the
want
puppy.
that.
Yeah. And he was trying to save the puppy. I thought he was just a psycho. When that happened, I was like, no.
Ted Bundy, my son's
And I was
Ted
like,
Bundy.
yeah, he shouldn't do that. But my ex later said he was trying to protect the fucking puppy.
Maybe.
So in his
It's
mind.
up for debate, right?
No, he said that. He was
Yeah.
like a little kid. He was like, the puppy was there. Somebody's like, don't get the puppy near and all that stuff.
So the lady
The
freaked
lady
out, right?
freaked
I remember
the
that.
fuck out. And then my ex and that lady got into it, and I'm trying to
Did
play.
they fight like
I'm
World Star to
Switzerland.
grab hair and shit?
Yes, and my, you know,
Your
my,
wife took her
my
head,
lady has
dunked
a
it into
lot
the
of-
turtle?
She had all the fucking.
And your ex took that stupid bitch's
Extension,
hair,
braids.
dunked her face in the water, and she killed her.
No, my son then took the rock and he bashed the lady.
Yes.
and he murdered her.
Yes.
And so we had to get my son out of the country.
Yeah.
And now
he
he's
lives
back.
in Afghanistan.
Yes. So that's really what's going
And he's
on.
the young boy amongst those gentlemen now. Full circle. I like what you did there. You brought it full circle.
you gotta bring it full
and
circle.
he was the kid in the van at
Gotta
17.
bring it full
There it is,
circle,
full
dude.
circle.
That was my long lost son that I don't pay attention to anymore.
Those turtles, I mean, nature's just fucking savages. And then also,
Nature? How
there's-
about-
there's people serve, like this family, you know, they're Armenian or I don't know what, they somewhere in the Middle East, but they have all this bread. Dude, there's a giant sign in red letter says, do not feed the turtles or touch them.
Good luck.
And that tells you why you don't, you know, when you touch turtles.
Salmonella.
Yeah, it's super bad for
They
kids, women.
carry disease.
It's not good, dude.
They carry salmonella.
This fucking family, a big ass family.
Yeah.
Armenian, something, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Persian, I don't know, probably Persian. Let's go with Persian. They look like the people the 300 guys fought, right? The guy, remember the guy with the nose piercing out, the big guy, right?
Yeah.
Then the guy with the Quasimodo fucking sided with them.
That's not.
No, they didn't look like. I'm trying to describe. Those
I
are
know
Persian.
I know what Persian. I know people from Iran.
Yeah, but remember the guy who was like this.
Okay, so
joined
one of
their
the guys
team?
was deformed.
No, not at all. I'm
you
just
making
saying.
fun of handicapped
no,
people?
I'm saying
Otherly abled?
No, I'm letting you know that he sided
Transabled?
with
You
the
making fun of
Persians.
transabled people?
Not at all. Nice try, buddy. What are you, fucking an outlet? Anyways, so they're Persian, whatever, but they're taking bread, feeding them, and I'm like, and my son goes, Dad, can we feed them? I go, no, and loud, I go, no, look at the sign. It says, do not feed, do not touch the turtles. For a reason. I said, dude, you touch them. I said, they also bite. There's also that. Your little soft finger, like Boston's finger, that fucking turtle's gonna snap his finger off. Don't touch them. It was, Dad, that kid, and these kids are like your son, rocks, throwing them at him, slapping the turtles back in the water. I'm like, dude, this isn't how you
Somebody
behave,
stop
dude.
it.
It's not what, it's what you.
Yeah, you can't do
I'm
that.
like, what's security do?
Nature is metal. You ever follow that Instagram? Fucking polar bears, which I didn't know, and other bears too, but especially polar
Now,
bears.
Daddy's on Instagram.
Polar
now, when we
bears-
started the show, you showed me a workout video.
Yeah, that was funny.
Which
though.
is frowned upon.
But
Yeah.
Harry the artist did that. But polar bears, bro, will eat other babies, even their own babies.
If they're
They will
starving.
eat, and then there's a picture of Nature's Meadow. The polar bear's just walking away with the face of a little polar bear.
See, I don't need to see that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't,
I
in
wanna
a zoo.
follow
In
that.
a zoo, you don't put a small polar bear in a cage with other polar bears. They will kill it right away. They'll
Oh
eat it.
yeah, that's
They'll fucking eat
nature,
it.
Daddy. I don't need to see that dark shit though. You know.
Well, so
you
a
also
male
follow
polar bear,
ISIS, Brian?
male polar bear will. There was this special where the female was running away with her baby and kept running because this male polar bear
Take him out.
was chasing them and was going to eat them and chase them for miles.
See, I don't want to see any. Of that.
No.
I don't know.
Got away.
assume
Got away.
I assume it's happening.
Yeah.
What's like? I did a pod with that Thug Nasty kid, and he was saying how Bryce Mitchell. He was saying how he thought it was a baby turkey with I forget what kind of a different bird, but it was a baby turkey. He was like, I figured since it was a turkey, he could defend himself. These other birds are kind of softer, so I put him in there with these other birds. Those other birds killed him.
Oh, they did?
Within hours, killed the baby turkey.
Yeah.
He's like, but the turkey's bigger. I thought he'd be okay. He's a baby. I went, well, no, dude, you're tossing him into foreign territory.
Yeah. Turkeys.
Take care of the turkeys.
Birds are insanely
trust
territorial.
turkeys.
Birds are insanely territorial.
Dude, there's not an animal I hate more on this planet than a bird. They're assholes.
Well,
and they're also stupid.
Well, no, birds.
Like I went somewhere in Calabasas off Mulholland, this steak place, and they have peacocks walking around. I'm like, at the fucking talent.
They're not stupid.
And then these grandmas are fucking film on Instagram Live, fucking filming these stupid peacocks.
They ain't stupid.
Certain ones aren't.
Crows.
Crows are smart. I knew you were gonna go there.
They
Crows.
think crows are as smart as fucking
Dolphins.
Now, how about this? They've discovered that some crows, well, they use tools. They'll put nuts down there.
They'll bait animals to go to it, and then they attack them.
They put nuts down there and have the cars roll over the nuts so they can crack the shells. Blah blah blah. Here's what they didn't know about crows. This is fascinating. Some crows, I don't know where they're from. They were seeing them roll themselves down roofs. So they get to the top of the roof and just fucking roll. Roof in a roof. So they'd roll down the roof.
I need you to pronounce the F on
They'd
that.
roll down the roof.
There you go.
And then land in the gutter. And they were like, what are they doing? They're literally, a kid rolls down a hill? So the crows would be at the top of the fucking crest of the roof and go,
Hilarious.
roll,
Just for
roll.
fun.
Boom.
Yeah.
Do you think that makes
They're trying to make themselves high.
Oh, try and get dizzy.
They're trying to get into a different state.
Much like a dolphin. Does
How
the puffer
fucking-
fish, or they do certain fish, or
Yeah, they eat certain fish to get high, but it's also a koala too. And the eucalyptus, right?
Eucalyptus.
Yeah, they eat that because it gives them a high.
Catnip.
They're constantly
Isn't that
eating
what
it all the
catnip
time to
does?
be high.
Yeah.
Koalas are the Snoop Dogs of nature. Like they're constantly high.
Is that true?
Yeah. They're always high. Oh, that's why they're all like chill.
Really?
They're always high. Always high.
It's really interesting. So human beings are not
don't trust
the only,
koalas either.
Human beings aren't the only fucking.
I don't know if that makes crows smart though. Yeah. Because they want to get high.
I think it makes it a lot. I think it might make it
The other side
aware
makes it.
of the difference between sobriety and an altered state. And what's really interesting about the new research on psychedelics is fucking mind blowing.
Like shrooms and stuff.
Dude, they are finding that you can 80%. Like if you smoke and you're addicted to smoking, I think when it's done properly, psilocybin, you have an 80% cure rate. 80% of people who do a protocol with psilocybin one time
To not smoke anymore?
can literally stop smoking forever.
Well, I know with like PTSD and like
Hugely
fighters
helpful.
with
Hugely
CT,
helpful.
yeah,
Hugely.
because it'll fire up new neurons in the brain that are dead.
Well, it also changed your concept of reality. So
I'm not a mushroom guy.
It'll rewire your brain. It'll rewire. So if you have a major addiction, or PTSD or whatever, a really strong trip done under the right circumstances, according to the research, can have profound effects with just one treatment. And they don't have a fucking clue why that is. LSD, psilocybin, ayahuasca. So you know DMT, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what ayahuasca does? Do you know what? I didn't know this.
What?
So you and I had that DMT trip, and it
Yeah.
was like fucking crazy. Right?
Ayahuasca's hours, by the way.
And the reason is because I guess ayahuasca, the root or whatever it is,
Consume it, right?
it stops the brain from breaking down the DMT. So it keeps that DMT shit going for 8 hours.
Oh, I don't want that.
Right?
I don't want that. I don't
That's
want
a
anything.
long time because you can have a crazy trip.
Well, I know a lot of people with like trauma. I've had friends with a lot of trauma try those ayahuasca trips. There's a place in California you
Yeah.
go to. It's like in Joshua Tree or some shit like
Yep.
that. And they do these monitored ayahuasca trips. And
Yeah.
like Neil Brennan, Chris Rock, but Neil Brennan swears by it. He's changed him. He's a nicer person.
I bet.
He's changed the way he looks at his outcome in life. I know Theo's done it a bunch of times, you know?
It's
Because it affords you to kind of engage with your childhood trauma and you see these realizations and
I want to do it.
do you?
I do. And I'm a little too old to have a life-changing experience. I feel like I'm pretty buttoned down on reality, and I know exactly how to navigate this fucking life. And I also
easy.
think that anything you go through, as bad as it is not a bad thing. It's actually you can decide to make it your friend and your gift. But that would be one of like you have to ask yourself, what are you looking for? What are you doing, and what are you looking for? Right. So I don't know. Like it's like
I don't think it'd be bad for you.
I don't either. But I think that for the most part, I can honestly say about my life, I'm living it as honestly as I've ever lived it. Honestly, across the board.
Maybe you take ayahuasca and maybe it gives you another realization, you know?
I wish I'd done it earlier because you know what I would have come to the conclusion of for real?
What?
I would have come to the conclusion that I am a stand-up and a podcaster. I am not an actor. I don't want to be an actor. I don't like.
You think ayahuasca would have shown that though?
I don't know.
I think
It
there's been too much emphasis
it might have
on
forced me
ayahuasca.
It might have forced me to be. It might have forced me to be really, really honest with myself. And I was always pretty damn honest with myself, but it might have forced me to kind of come to terms with letting go of something I came to this town to do. Now, I was successful. I'm not knocking it.
Yeah, it's fucking.
What went into that? Can I ask, like, the thought process behind that? I can guess and make some probably safe assumptions, but could you elaborate?
Well, so do you ever go back in your life and think to yourself, I made a lot of mistakes, and this is what I changed, this is what I changed, this is what I changed, right? Do you think that if you did that, would you make just different mistakes, right? So it's kind of impossible.
Well, you're definitely gonna make more mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes, like just because you change. If you could go back, which to me is a complete waste of time, but so if you could go back and make different choices, whatever path, whether it was that one or another one, you're still gonna make mistakes. You think you would have made a different choice and been mistake free? You're
Let me ask you
a
this.
narcissist.
Well, you and I had this conversation, right, over text, and I one of the things I love about you, and one of the things that I think I'm really impressed with about you, frankly, after going through a lot of stuff and everything else, is I think you become more generous, and I think you've become way more giving, and I think you've become, and I've always known. I really think that my bond to you was always that at the end of the day,
we're gay.
And I knew that your values were so fucking in line with mine in terms of how much you care about people in general.
Yeah, I'm Johnny Depp. Everyone's taking advantage.
It's 100% true.
I just don't wear scarves.
You're not as good looking, but you're definitely
talented,
somebody.
Don't have the jewelry.
But you're definitely somebody who has never stopped quietly trying to make other people in your life better, and you help a lot of people. Okay, and the question is that we talked about
is that the best route to go?
Well, because you pay a price for it sometimes,
big time.
And not only do you pay a price for it, but the people that are super selfish sometimes, the people that just only focus on themselves and are radically about themselves,
but also radically successful.
They're
the
radically
examples I gave you, those people that have those demeanors are radically successful. And I went, is this the proper way to go? Like, do I need to pull back from helping people?
No, I still say no.
Because you get hurt or they take advantage. Because the examples that I sent you, I'm like, they're more successful than me. So, but they're also very selfish, very narcissistic. So
whatever
it's like, is that more of a pathway to success?
I would say that that's their nature. And that they're following their nature. And I would say that your nature is not that. My nature is not that. And I would say I think keep having your heart broken. Keep having your fucking heart broken over and over again. You know why? It's worth it.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you do make a difference.
Yeah.
And keep doing things for people because you can, not because you get anything back, because you don't get a lot back.
No.
You've gotten a lot less back than you have, but it's who you are.
Yeah.
And I the people that know you, I admire it. I appreciate it. I've never not been that way, and I think it's a much better way to live in life. So okay.
I think it's a happier life.
I don't know.
But monetarily, I don't know if it's the smartest choice.
To me, it feels honest. To me, it feels the way.
I don't know what I don't do it because I'm like, it's not calculated. It's just like, you know.
My lady is I love my girl. She's so smart to me, and she's like my partner. But I was going to call somebody who's going through a lot of shit, and she said, you know, you're wasting your time a little bit on this. In other words, you're not going to be able to help this person. But I check in because I care about them, because it does make a difference.
But you also know, because you've been through some shit, just checking in is a way of saying, yo, what's up, man? Because
you never forget it.
You never forget. And those people that didn't check in, I'm like a baby elephant. They didn't check in with you, or when Chris was dealing with it, or when Rogan was going through it.
You never forget that.
Excuse me. You didn't check in after all they've done for you? Well, now I can't fuck with you. Now I'm out, dude. I don't fuck with any of those people. Now, I didn't go through anything that you, Rogan, or Chris went through, but those people, now I know you can't be in my foxhole. When the going gets rough, you're out, dude. You worry about your own optics, so I'm out.
And part of that is also being able to forgive and just forget. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good.
Well, I think it also helps make things a lot more I'd say less blurred, because you're like, oh, now I know that this is a straight business relationship. And when shit hits the fan, you won't be there, but at least I know that.
Yeah.
Because if I was banking on you, I'm screwed.
Yeah. I also like the saying, don't take anything personally. It's really hard not to. It's fucking really hard. But sometimes like that can be really freeing, because everybody is doing their life. And like this kid I know is 21. He lost his fucking twin sisters. They were 17 years old in a car accident. They're identical twins, and they both killed. And he he and his dad, I was hanging out with them, and he said this 21-year-old kid goes, he's in a frat, and he goes, I think he's the president of his frat, and he goes, but he was just kind of talking, and we were laughing. He goes,
was he drinking a White Claw?
Nope. He goes, nobody gives a fuck though.
No.
And I
he's
go,
right.
That's the most important lesson, and it's not to take it personally, because nobody can give a fuck. At the end of the day, everybody's so busy with their life that their job, I hate to tell you, is they can't give a fuck. Your sister can, your really close family maybe, but everybody else.
I mean, think about the celebrities that die. It's in the news cycle. Maybe think of Ray Liotta, just died.
Yeah.
Maybe a topic for the newspapers and media for 2 days.
GSP was saying on Rogan, he was like, I retired. I got my head, everything is, he goes, nobody cares.
No.
Nobody cares.
The
man.
news cycle keeps on.
What a bummer. It's like, let's stop, guys, we have to stop. We have to stop everything.
The world's
GSP
supposed to stop. Now, think about if you're one of those parents whose kid, your son or daughter died in the mass shooting. Right now, it's a topic of conversation. In a week, though, think about that.
You got to move on.
You're that parent. You have to, your life's changed forever. The rest of the world just keeps on keeping on.
You got to keep on keeping on.
Elon Musk could die tomorrow. Yep. Rogan could die tomorrow. Yep. It would be horrible. We'd be devastated. The world keeps spinning.
And the world keeps spinning.
Turtles keep killing the young.
Turtles keep killing the young. Yeah. And kids take rocks and bash them in the face. No.
So break?
Yeah. Right. You're wearing the One Love shirt, dude.
I always wear it.
I like the One Love shirt. Go ahead and pee out of your dick.
Every now and then I'll wear it.
Let's keep this going.
Keep it going?
Keep the train going. What the fuck, dude?
Okay, go for it, Bryan.
Brennan's peeing. You and I can talk.
Freaking Mark's
Look at that butt. Look at that butt and those legs, dude. How do you find
jeans? I can't see him, though.
Mark, where?
It's Levi's 531s.
531s? I wear those.
Do you?
What are those? Are those stretchy?
Yeah.
Are they? They're stretchy and.
5 different types. I'm like, oh, these are the ones because now they see like men lift weights and have large quads and asses.
Yeah, your quads are stupid. I don't know how the fuck you find jeans.
Yeah, I don't even work legs that much, but yes.
You don't work legs that much.
Well, what I mean is like, I don't want them to even be this like. They just react.
They're just big.
Like other guys, like if you have a barrel chest, it's like you don't need to fucking do.
Wait, come to the. Oh, you have to go pee. All right.
I was gonna say the acting thing.
Can they hear you?
They can hear him.
All right.
Not great, but they can hear him.
Okay. I'll ask this stuff.
Come back to it.
The acting thing, because I think about this too. Is it about control because you're at the whim of other people and it's like you decide? No. Okay, what is it?
For me, it was very simply. I didn't like waking up that early, being on set 16 hours a day, stopping and starting, where 15 minutes of your day is actually acting and the rest is waiting.
Correct.
And the rest is makeup and the rest is adjustment and the rest is wardrobe and the rest is trailer. I didn't like any of that.
The logistics of it.
Yeah, I love the community and everything else. I love doing a play, but I don't like doing a TV show. And when you do a film, you're shooting 1 page a day. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off with those details. I ain't that guy.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. I don't care enough.
Right. And you do, and people will refer to it like, I had a 16-hour day shooting. It's like, you were awake for 16 hours.
It's a meticulous, it is so fucking meticulous.
Yeah.
It's so detailed. I've worked with the biggest actors in the world. I've been on the biggest sets in the world.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter who you are. And then you're in the background of shots. You got to be in the background. When somebody's shooting something in the foreground, you got to be in that scene. And you got to be doing the stuff you're doing, but you're not... it is what it is.
And I love explaining that to people who have no concept of how things are made. And you go, it's far more boring than you'd ever imagine. Being
far
on a
more
set.
boring. That so is corporate law. You can make a lot of money, but you're going to be spending a lot of time crossing T's and dotting I's.
And I have friends who are like, you'd think they're geared for that, and they're like, I have to step away from being a lawyer because it's too boring.
Oh, dude,
and so a very rare percentage of people, certain personality types, are going to be sort of like inherently fulfilled by that. But most people find it tedious.
Yeah. Even
if you have a legal mind, you be like, I should be a lawyer because I like to debate and think logically. And it's like, well,
and then you can be a lawyer. You can be a lawyer like a divorce lawyer, and you see the worst in people.
Mm-hmm.
You see some shit, man.
Would you even say, I see the worst in people?
I see the worst.
I have a competition in me.
Yes.
I want no one else to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say I'm an oil man, you will agree.
Oh, I love that.
I've come across this state to be it.
When I look at people, I see the worst
in them.
I see the worst in them. God, he's so fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I love that movie.
But yeah, you're right. Brendan's taking a poo right now.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, but
it's been a while.
You're 100% right.
No, I was curious because that's part of it is like, now you've booked so many things. It's like, well, that's not been a huge issue for you, but it's like sometimes like I go like, man, it's like it's kind of dependent on like, did people give me a chance or not? And then yes, the other thing is showing up to an actual fucking show. The things you could do if you weren't bound by a schedule of acting that like you have to not do your podcast or whatever.
That's right.
When it's actually fulfilling.
When it's actually fulfilling.
Be an entertainer for
Come on in, Brennan. We're still rolling. Just his squads and how he finds jeans. I mean, you know.
I have one brand and one style.
Yeah,
Yep.
but you
All
can't
right,
wear
Jim, what do you
designer
got?
jeans. Guys, if you want the best supplement, if you want the best supplements
How many
on
times do you have
planet
to
Earth,
tell them, Moby?
we got stuff for your brain. We got stuff for your sleep. We got stuff for your digestive health. We got daily support.
Protein bars,
essential
protein
nutrients
bites.
like Shroom Tech Greens. You got key minerals. You got a vitamin D spray.
What if I don't want to go to the gym? Do you have streaming on-demand fitness
Dude,
from On It?
shut up. We got
On-demand
On It
workouts?
in 30, you dumb fuck.
Yes.
We got Decompress to Defy. We got fucking Mobilize Strength. We got My Warm Up, Your Workout, Kettlebell
Sandbags,
Athlete.
ropes, we got it all. Steel
never
club
ends.
maces, kettlebells, primal bells.
I feel like punching you in the face,
Yeah,
dude. I get
do
excited.
it, Daddy.
What are you going to do about it? I'll take one of their steel maces and fucking brain you.
Yeah, I'd love that, man. Someone's doing the steel club mace next door.
That's
with the
right.
construction.
That's right.
Go to onit.com/fighter for 10% off the best supplements on the goddamn planet. Onit.com/fighter, 10% off.
By the way, I'm very excited. We have a new sponsor, Toehold. Toehold, the
sandals
company
you
I'm
always
trying
wear.
to buy into. The company I'm trying to buy into, the flip-flops I always wear.
Yes.
These are basically Herman oak leather, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the longer you wear it, the better it gets. Saddle leather,
You gotta
dude.
break 'em in.
Top grain leather. There's full grain. That's the best leather you
Quality
can buy.
sandal.
That's what Hermes.
And they look nice, too.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Well, that would be the elephant skin straps.
Yeah, you swear by this company.
Well, they kind of cured my feet. And they're beautiful, but what I love about them is they're uncompromising. The guy who makes them by hand in Vegas in his shop just doesn't compromise.
What's the website?
It's called, go to shoptoehold.com and TFATK to get 15% off, and tell them that I sent you because I'm trying to buy into the company. And that's how much I love this company. I literally want to own a piece of it. I
Yeah,
love
let
it
them
that
know
much.
how much Brian Callen loves the company. Toehold.
great, and
shoptoehold.com.
Oh, I could beat you with this. This is the kind of thing where if you were out of line, I take it and I smack you around a little bit.
Well,
when
I
you've
wish
been
you had those
sassy.
sandals when your son tried to murder that turtle.
Well,
'Cause you took a
I
sandal
could've-
to his face.
No, I could have hit that lady right there.
Oh,
Bop,
yeah.
bop.
Or the turtle.
Yeah, or the
the
turtle.
dog.
Good for hitting turtles, slapping sassy people.
And
You can
keeping your
paintbrush
feet-
their face.
And keeping your feet good.
Yeah, and you can throw them too.
And that's shoptoehold.com.
Shoptoehold.com.
Promo code
Instagram, Toehold.
TFATK for 15% off.
That's it. 15% off TFATK.
Don't wear them with jeans.
Best quality flip-flops on planet Earth. They will last you forever. Yeah.
Yep.
But you
All
can't
right,
wear
Jim, what do you
designer
got?
jeans.
Nor could I afford them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here's a current event.
Okay, check it out.
Oh.
Yeah, I
What
thought
the
this was.
fuck?
Thought this
Does
was
he just go
interesting.
by the boat or does he
That's
rock
off the
boat?
Jersey Shore. It's an 8
Yeah.
foot gray white. It's 8 feet.
And so,
I know, but does he bite or anything? Did he hit the boat? What are we talking about here?
no, just a
Goes
shark
by
to
like
shark. An 8
gulls?
foot great warg that approached their boat off the New Jersey coast. John Piazza said he was fishing off the coast of Seattle City, New Jersey, with his cousin, son, and some friends.
Hold on.
When his
It's
son
8
spotted
feet,
some
so
in the
fuck
water.
off. I'm
Let me
not
see.
impressed. Let's see how big it is. We got those right now in fucking
Yeah.
Malibu.
He says, I almost ran it
That's
over.
a
My son was
juvenile.
like pointing to it, like, hey, there goes a shark.
He's just chilling.
What do you guys think? Are you guys scared of
It's not
sharks?
a monster. That's not a huge shark.
It
Fuck off.
isn't.
It's not small. Remember that time you went on a shark tour and
Yeah.
there's no great whites?
No, because that's
but here's a
because
great
killer
white.
whales were around.
But yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, when I'm surfing, it does cross through my mind. If I'm in the water, if I jump in the ocean, it does cross my mind.
Well, you bob around, dude. You go like this.
I
You're
love the
doing
water.
this. Woo!
I love the ocean.
He's doing all this shit.
I definitely think about it, but I mean, chance of it happening.
But you look like a giant seal, dude. You're like
Yeah.
this. Your arms are here, and you're like,
yeah.
woo! Woo!
Brown.
You don't get cold.
No, man.
You're a good swimmer too. You're pretty buoyant.
Oh yeah, I love to swim.
Yeah.
Love the ocean, but it does cross your mind, especially when you get deeper. Like, God, this is
A guy I knew in high school.
Sharky territory.
You, me, and Brennan and Chin, everybody, we got to have a volleyball day. It's so much fun.
Oh, for sure.
You got to come down,
I'll do that.
Top Gun style.
right? Are you not going to do it? No volleyball?
when.
When you
When we
on
do
a
it.
Sunday.
Yeah. No, set it up. What do you got, Chin?
Where's Brendan?
I'll be there.
Back in the day.
So there's another one that I thought was interesting, the cash and the. Let's do this one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, attorneys going, this is a step back for women's rights. It's like, no, dude, this is Johnny Depp telling his truth.
Yeah.
They decide that's the truth. It's not, guys versus girls. This is truth versus a liar.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's all this is.
That's
Yeah.
all.
But of course, the left wants to make it the women movement, a step back. No. Amber Heard made you guys go a step back when she did this, wrote that article to capitalize on the Me Too movement. We realized she's full of shit. And then Johnny goes, thank God Johnny has all the money in the world because he can fight. And this is truth versus a liar. There's no men, women. It's got
to be hard for her to
men
walk
versus
the
women.
street. When she walks the street, the amount of hate, holy fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting because I saw in Good Morning America, they said, do you think it's a setback for women? And they said domestic abuse doesn't have a gender. And then specifically the social media stuff, they said, did social media play a role? This allows them to rebut what Amber Heard's lawyers said, which was social media influenced them. And they said, I don't think it had anything to do
Who
with
said
the
this?
truth.
Who said this?
This is Johnny Depp's lawyers coming on Good Morning
there
America
you
said because Heard's lawyers came out and said, and social media was influencing,
Yeah.
but look,
Because they said one of the jurors went on TikTok and was like, yeah.
Look, Johnny Depp's, Amber Heard's lawyers, that woman sucks. And she didn't do a good job. And also her client was lying. And America, people can read body language. Everybody was like,
Yeah.
this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
We're hearing the video and you're saying something else. Get the fuck out of
the
here.
reason social media says one thing is because it's obvious.
When that many people, it's
Yeah.
like,
When it's 99.9% unanimous.
Middle school girls are like, fuck Amber Heard. They're calling her Amber Turd.
Yeah.
Like
Amber Turd was trending for a hot second.
Me Poo
Yeah.
and
when
Amber
you shit in
Turd.
somebody's bed and then
Fucking
accuse
hilarious.
them of being a domestic abuser, that might be a nickname you get.
And a mutual friend of Depp and Amber Heard says, I haven't seen Johnny smile like that in 6 years.
Yeah, well,
He's been
because
through
you
some
went through-
shit, man.
Yeah, 6 years when they take your everything away from you, and everybody's calling you a fucking wife beater and you're a rapist basically, where you raped your wife with a bottle and stuff, and she was bleeding. That's a serious thing to say.
It clearly has a drug
trust me.
issue, which is we should probably
Yeah,
address,
but,
but whatever.
But
Jesus
separate
Christ.
things. Ultimately.
You don't walk away from that. And what does Disney do? Hollywood went like this. Johnny Depp, you biggest movie star in the world.
know.
See ya. We don't touch you. So
I wonder what they do now. I mean, he said he won't ever
Fuck
work with
Disney.
Yeah.
fuck you guys. That's what he said.
And I think a lot of these people were unceremoniously fired. I was listening to something this morning from the Umbrella guy, who has been my leading source of information for the Depp Heard trial throughout, and has been referenced by a few of these. Actually, like Heard's lawyers was like, this guy, the Umbrella guy. He was talking about how the people who like fired Johnny Depp are out now, or like who made those decisions are being held at the chopping block.
Oh, really?
Well, because it's called due process. There was one article written by one person.
Yeah.
And you go, we're out. Fucking.
Correct.
You don't believe in what
There's
makes
no
this
backbone.
justice
Yeah.
system.
No
And
backbone.
if you're a
But
studio head, it's like,
it's un-American.
yeah, you're
It's-
like, you wait.
It's anti-justice.
Yeah, you thought because you're ultimately always
process.
making decisions about like you get rid of this guy because you think he's going to be bad for business. The opposite of that, because it bungled all these different things for no reason.
Such fucking-
When the
Hollywood
public
is,
sentiment
Hollywood
wasn't
is so
even.
amoral.
They have no backbone.
They're just
Yeah.
they don't have any ethics or
But
morality.
most they have a backbone now because it's affecting the bottom dollar. Because
what a
America
surprise.
goes, hold up. We like Johnny. We believe Johnny. What do you mean he's fired from Pirates of the Caribbean? Oh, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Disney goes, oh shit, we read this wrong. Oh, we're not making money now. Okay, you know what? We'll allow him back. And Johnny's like, no, I'm good, dude.
No.
I'm not doing Pirates of the Caribbean 8 or where the hell they're on.
Well, I would say pay me $1 billion, and I want
they're not
everybody.
going to,
and I
but
want
yeah.
everybody who is in the power. What I would do is I say, if you want me to do Pirates of the Caribbean, I want everyone who was part of that decision
Out. Yeah.
I want them all out.
Yeah, it's kind of going that way.
Fire them.
seemingly.
That's what I would do.
What else you got, Mark?
Let's see. There's a woman finds more than $36,000 stashed in a free Craigslist couch and ends up returning it and gets a $2,000 reward. So I'm going to ask you guys, if that happened to you, if you guys bring Craigslist, would you tell anybody?
No.
What does your moral compass say
Because
about
I don't
that?
know who it belongs to.
Right.
I would assume it was like a mafia thing,
I might give it away.
Yeah, because
Some of it.
your assumption would be,
hey, are you Amber Heard? Are you
I
lying
donated
right now?
the $36,000. Well, I pledged it.
36,000 cash.
Did you pledge it? Did you donate it?
Yeah,
Brian?
you're not gonna do that, but I would be more cautious. Like, oh man, is this drug money?
Is this an old country
murder
for no
money?
men situation where
what's
no
happening?
country for old men?
That's what you get worried about.
Yeah, like
Who's coming for this thing?
Yeah.
yeah.
Friendo.
I might.
I don't.
that's a good
out of
question.
anxiety for sure.
Yeah, because the couch is in your house.
Yeah, but you could also be like, if like, hey, can we? Hey, we left something on the couch. Can we look? You're like, yeah, go ahead. Like, you didn't find anything on the couch? Like, no.
Yeah, the
know if
couch
that
is
works.
opened and the stuffing's out. You didn't look inside.
Yeah.
I don't know. That came like that. So
I would. Well, I'm keeping that money.
yeah.
It's weird that they just gave him $2,000 though. Like, oh, thank you. Here's $2,000.
And of all things, $2,000.
Like, I paid $1,000 for the couch.
Yeah.
At least 5.
Yeah,
I would say.
because those aren't your savings. Like, who's just shoving money in a couch that isn't involved in, criminal organization?
Yeah, who just has 36 G's in their couch that forgot about it? Yeah. They're balling so hard they forgot. Because I would even say that they probably got that couch for somebody else. Because who puts 36 G's in a couch and forgets
Right.
about it?
So you're going to lie
especially
about it
if you needed the
automatically.
money.
You're going to, oh my God, yeah, that was
Yeah.
for my grandkids' college. Thank you so much. And be like, everyone gets a great story, but like, that's
Yeah,
cocaine
or
money.
some-
I might
went
call
to
and feel
jail.
my way out and be like, yeah, so I got the couch. I found some stuff in there, some toys, some change. And is there? Did you
Yeah.
leave anything? I'm like, no, not all. I'm like,
Describe
cool.
the
Say
items.
less.
Somebody might have died. Somebody got put in jail.
Yeah, who knows? I'd feel it out though. Be like, hey, I found some stuff. Was there a toy? I found a note in here. Made some other stuff. I got to keep looking. Did you put anything in the couch? They're like, no, we didn't. We got it from someone. I'd be like, oh, I'm good.
Remember in Old Country, No Country for Old Men, when he
Yeah.
finds all that cash and all those dead bodies, but there's a tracker in the money. Did you ever-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I've gone through that a lot. It was like
tracking money.
I just take
Yeah.
that.
It's
If
a
you
scary
find a big
thing.
satchel of like,
You've
fucking
gone through
$2
that a
million
lot?
$2 million. I'm saying.
Oh, you
in my
found
head. In my head, what would I do? Like you would take you got to check that satchel for a tracker and get that
Yeah.
shit out of there. Like you found like $2 million.
Get that air tag that's been following you around.
What else you got, Jen?
All right, so this is we did this on the Schaub show, and it's very sad. Remember that boxer that was just like losing control? He started fighting the air. He died.
Yeah.
So he was 24 years old, and we played this on the Schaub show on Monday. This guy, he was actually I think he was like sort of winning. He put
was
the other guy through the
winning,
ropes.
and
Yeah,
they were
The
stopping the
ropes.
fight. They were like going to stop the fight because the guy fell through the ropes.
Yeah.
and he just starts boxing this ghost in the corner.
Yeah.
You saw
And
it. I'm sure it's on social
didn't
media.
see
Yeah.
that.
So
No?
internal bleeding in the brain.
Oh wow, he
and
passed away.
yeah.
Holy shit,
That's
that's
so
terrible.
sad.
You got to.
I mean, something's going on there.
After you guys
Yeah.
fought, you would always get MRIs, right?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, you didn't.
No.
You weren't taken to the hospital after a fight.
I mean, if it was a
UFC?
really rough fight, but no.
I thought you all had to be cleared right away.
It just depends. Like
Before though,
after
right?
Roy Nelson, yeah, before you.
Before you-
Wait,
Yeah,
after
yeah.
Roy Nelson.
After I got knocked out, no, I didn't go to the doctor.
Is that right?
Uh-uh.
But they
But if it was like a war, they'll make you go to the hospital.
why would
If
you
have
go get
cuts
an
and stuff?
MRI?
But if you get knocked out
Like,
like
it'd be
that,
so-
they don't check for brain bleeding or anything. They just
Brain
they look at your
bleeding?
eyes and stuff.
Yeah, like you have a doctor, but like, how do you feel? And but other than that, maybe it's different protocols now.
Wow.
Because you'd report something and they would escalate to an MRI,
Yeah.
but they don't just auto MRI you, I'd assume, because it's expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
damn, that's terrible. He passed away.
I know, it's so sad. We just talked about him too.
Wow.
But also goes to show you that it's not like the one traumatic thing where it's like, oh, he got hit really hard and then he died. It was like things weren't going well for him in the fight.
He was kind of winning.
Yeah, he's kind of winning. From the video clip that me and Brendan saw, he was winning.
Yeah.
But he just, when the referee stopped him and he said, come back together, he just went to the other corner and started punching the air.
yeah.
It was
Yeah, I
crazy.
feel like a mean combo on a ghost. It was weird.
Well, that's not
terrible.
good. Yeah, you can't be fucking. Oh, they're all fucked up.
All right, so this is an interesting story.
Well, that
Oh man, the video's gone now. That sucks. Okay, so anyways, the video had a better shot of all this stuff. So this couple, I don't know if they're like actually boyfriend and girlfriend, but a girl was giving a guy a blowjob while he's driving. He lost control and hit a FedEx driver head on. And so this is like The scene, you can see the FedEx truck is right there.
I think in the world, according to Garp, the novel, she bites his dick off doing exactly this.
So luckily, there's
Wait, he was getting his dick sucked and crashing?
Yeah, so
he was
okay.
getting had a head-on collision.
exactly.
He probably had his eyes closed. He had his eyes closed.
I'm sure if like,
or he was coming like,
or you're
He was
looking.
like, I can't stop.
I'm sure you're gonna look down every now and then. You
Yeah.
lose control of it, right?
Yeah.
So, but this is a picture of the after.
Who are the people on
after
the far
whatever.
right lounging?
her pants are off. And
So
his
you can
pants-
tell this guy's a FedEx driver, right? That little shirt.
Yeah. Is that the guy or the girl with his pants down?
Exactly, Brian. That's why I brought
That's
this.
the guy, and the girl's on the far left laying
Oh, there
down.
you go. There you go.
No, but the guy. This looks like a girl too.
Oh, I don't think so. That's
think
a
that looks
guy's
like a girl's-
jeans and some tight black undies. And that's a
Notice,
girl on the left.
Upon first glance, I'm like, oh, there's a lot going on in this picture.
There's like two girls to me.
Man, that sucks. I'd have to get the fuck out of there. He must be fucked up.
No, but so there's no catastrophic reproductive injuries, so
Okay.
they're fine.
All right.
But imagine like a head-on collision when the girl's like going down on you. You know airbags.
Oh.
You guys have experienced airbags before or no?
Yeah, they're horrible.
Yeah, so it's gonna punch
Yeah,
your
it's
face
yeah, into your dick.
into.
You can
Force a deep
You
throat.
can get your dick bit off.
Exactly.
I wonder if
Yeah.
you had any warning, like, watch out. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But apparently they're all fine, so it's all good.
God damn.
Yeah. Well,
Happy.
that feels really good. It feels really bad.
So
that feels so
he was,
good.
he was trying to get a happy ending, had a crash, but we have a happy ending.
Sorta ish.
This
yeah.
lady.
Yeah, so this girl, remember we talked
next
about
hustle.
it before. She used to sell her farts, but now she's selling boob sweat. And she makes, I guess, she's saying that she makes $7,000 a day from boob sweat.
She's got nice boobs.
No,
She has some
she's a
tits.
hot
She's
girl.
always had tits on her.
Are those
Yeah.
real?
Real nice.
They look real.
They do.
She's hot for
So it's
sure.
just titty sweat?
Titty sweat. That's what she says.
She's hot as fuck.
But that's a lot easier than selling farts nonstop. She's like, dude, I'm gonna die if I keep being
yeah. Do
chili.
you think she ever faked a fart?
Oh my god.
She's saying that it's
Fake
tough to
it.
get the boob sweat though,
She's
because you
hot.
had to work out
so,
quite
so
a bit.
tough. So tough to.
She says my boyfriend is breaking up with me, but I have to fulfill 50 Tata sweat jar orders by this weekend.
But then she says here that he didn't actually break up.
and
with
I'm
her.
sure she's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Must be so difficult.
Got the hustle. She's sitting around probably with her boyfriend, like, dude, I can't keep farting. I don't feel well. He's like, yeah, we never go out anymore. You keep farting.
Farting.
She's like, we gotta come with something else. He's like, sell your tit sweat.
Does it come
Make
with
some
a-
titty butter.
Well, you can buy used undies.
Yeah,
Girls sell
in
their
Japan.
undies.
Yeah.
But she could do that.
From
The
vending
titty
machine.
sweat, though. It's just some nice titties.
She's hot. But
Yes.
whatever.
She's hot.
The last one is this. It's very sad. Turns out there's a motion in place to pass a bill to end gas stoves
Is this Newsom?
in Los Angeles.
Is this Newsom?
Probably.
He has to be involved somehow.
Probably.
But then all restaurants use gas stoves, right?
So what are they gonna do?
They're trying to. So it's for the better.
It's electric stoves they're going to use.
They want all electric.
That's
yeah.
going to fuck your food up.
By
It's not as good.
2045.
It's not as
It's
good.
nowhere near as
But it's already like it's happened in different cities in California already.
Yeah.
So it's going to ruin so many different restaurants right now.
Yeah, but then they'll
including
figure out
Korean
that-
barbecue.
They'll figure out technology to make the food taste just as good.
But I mean, you want
Be
the
a hot
fire.
second,
Yeah, you
but
want the
yeah. You need the flames, Daddy.
You know, because you're a grill master.
Oh, yeah.
the
There's
flames
Nothing
make a
like-
huge
there's nothing
difference.
Like flames.
Yeah,
Well, this, yeah. I mean,
Boy, yeah, Korean barbecue's gonna suck.
dude, that would be
So
terrible.
Jersey-
Korean barbecue's gonna turn into the Tesla of barbecue.
yeah. I did
It'd
a
still
best.
be okay, but
I did in New Brunswick. I did a best of with this steakhouse called Stage Left, and they were grandfathered in. They cook their steaks over a wood burning stove.
Yeah.
They have been outlawed for a long time. So it's like, people decide this. You used to you can't have a wood burning stove anymore because wood produces pollution.
Yeah.
China in 1 year, or literally like
Oh, yeah.
a couple months, decided no more open air fryers like on the street, because that's how everybody cooked food, and it actually cut down pollution by 90%.
that's the whole point of this
Yeah.
whole thing. But still, it's like, what?
I
So
don't know.
luckily,
I get it, but
there's different articles. Some articles say that they're going to take it away from restaurants that are already established, that are already here. But then some say that it's just for new restaurants
yeah,
that are
it's
built.
grandfathered. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be the
Dude,
newer.
but you're going to be
rule.
cooking on electric stoves?
I know. Have you guys cooked on electric stoves? It's not the
sucks.
same, dude. Yeah,
I mean, air fryers are fucking lit.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's
Air
different.
fryer.
That's
though.
different though.
Air fryers are good.
They're
That
amazing.
might be
I love
the
them.
thing that like leads to this backlash, like specifically the Korean barbecue being outlawed. That would be like, whoa,
Dude.
whoa.
I
This
want-
is-
I
this
will
is enough.
protest.
We're not going to
The
stand
Chin's
for this
gonna
shit.
protest. A
I'll
lot of
protest.
Koreans are, but is that enough to make a change?
No, but most restaurants use gas grills. That's for
sure.
It is, yeah.
Koreatown might secede. You know.
What?
I'm just saying that block of, it's like, if all
the plants
there's
to
a lot
see.
of Koreans
Yeah.
in Los Angeles. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is huge population. Yeah, I would like some Korean barbecue right now.
I know.
Me too.
Those Korean short ribs at Erewhon are popping, Daddy, and they've had them 3 days in a row.
I know. We're going there.
Have you had Korean barbecue burritos or tacos?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I once ate 6 Kogi barbecue burritos in a row.
They're amazing, right?
Yeah.
So I can actually make you guys some. Bring it on.
gotta do
Bring it
it,
next
but-
week.
I'd be down.
All right.
You put white rice in them?
I'll make it
They're
the way.
so
yeah.
good.
Do you want rice?
Sure.
I can make it like as low carb as possible. But I'll
No,
put rice
I mean,
in
if
there.
we're going to do it, you got to do it.
All right, cool.
Bring it in.
We need to find a Korean barbecue food truck for Food Truck Diaries.
I know we're trying to do that thing, the vehicle, but I DM'd them. I think it's not working, or they're not doing it anymore.
Kogi doesn't do it?
No, there's a
There's
Chris,
some Korean
Chef
barbecue.
Chris.
Chin, I'm liking your arms.
Thanks, man.
Are you working out?
I told you, Brian. I'm
You ask
working
him
out.
every episode.
I know, but I can-
every
I'm
episode. You ask
noticing
him
it
if he's
different.
working
Yeah,
out.
a little bit every now.
the
and
ta-
then.
tattoo,
noticing a little
dude.
bit. No, I'm noticing a little bit.
A little bit every day. A little bit every day.
Your arm's getting bigger.
And that neck. And how's the neck?
It's feeling pretty good because I got the epidural shot. And freaking Mark's boy Griffin, that you guys know.
Yeah.
He's been like doing chiropractic work for free for me. He's like stretching my neck
And it's
out.
helping.
Giving you
all that stuff.
exercise.
I feel like it's helping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look better.
Thanks, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I'm gonna reach out to the
I
car.
need to
that-
find Korean barbecue in Portland because I'm there tomorrow. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No electric grills, Portland. I'll be in Portland this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Portland, Oregon, Helium, June 9th through the 11th through the Thick Boy Squad. The next Friday, Saturday only, Cobb's Comedy Club, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
The Trash Panda Tour continues. Fort Wayne, Indiana, new club, July 14th through the 16th. My uncle was born there. San Diego, California, heart of San Diego, downtown Laugh Factory, San Diego, July 21st through the 23rd. Then we end the summer tour in Baltimore, August 4th through the 6th. Get tickets at fatkz.com or thickboy.com. But Portland, you're up, baby.
Omaha, Nebraska, Funny Bone this Friday, this Saturday. Bryan Callen, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Omaha, Nebraska, Funny Bone. Come get some. And then I'm taking a little while off, but then July 21, 20 to 23, I'll be at the Milwaukee Improv. I'll be at the Milwaukee Improv, where my dad's from. My pa was born in Milwaukee, born and raised in Brown Deer. And then we got Austin, Texas, Cap Cities, July 28th, 29th, 30th. See you then.
Is that it?
That's it. This fine kid. We're out.